First contact crisis. The red alert klaxon shattered the routine hum of the UES Pathfinder's bridge. Commander Maya Chen's head snapped up from her datapad, coffee forgotten in her hand. The liquid sloshed over the rim as she set it down too quickly. "Report," she demanded, moving to the center of the bridge with practiced efficiency. Lieutenant Kash Patel, her tactical officer, was already bent over his console, dark eyes reflecting the pulsing crimson morning lights. "Unknown vessel, Commander. It just dropped out of FTL at the edge of the system. Configuration doesn't match anything in our database." Maya nodded, her expression calm despite the adrenaline surging through her veins. The Pathfinder was humanity's most advanced deep space exploratory vessel, tasked with mapping the uncharted Epsilon Quadrant. First contact scenarios were always possible, but the ship's sudden appearance suggested it hadn't simply stumbled upon them. "On screen," she ordered. The main view screen flickered to life, revealing a vessel that sent a chill down Maya's spine. Unlike the sleek, practical lines of Earth ships, this craft resembled a predatory creature, all sharp angles and protruding structures that seemed more like talons than weapons arrays. Its hull was a deep obsidian that seemed to absorb rather than reflect the light of the nearby star. "Size comparison?" Maya asked. "Approximately 3 times our mass," replied Kash, his fingers flying over his console. "And their energy signature? It's unlike anything I've seen. Power output is off the charts." Dr. Eliza Okafor, the ship's xenolinguist and first contact specialist, had arrived on the bridge, her expression a mixture of excitement and concern. "Are they transmitting anything?" "Nothing on standard frequencies," replied Communications Officer Rishi Kapoor. "I'm broadcasting our first contact package on all channels." Maya's mind raced through the options. The Pathfinder carried defensive capabilities. Earth wasn't naive enough to send its people into the void unarmed. But they were explorers, not a warship. If the alien vessel had hostile intentions, they were outmatched. "Hold position," she ordered. "Continue broadcasting. Let's not make any moves that could be interpreted as aggressive." The bridge crew worked in focused silence for several minutes. Then Rishi straightened suddenly in his chair. "Commander, we're receiving a transmission." "Put it through," Maya said, straightening her uniform jacket unconsciously. The view screen shifted, revealing a being that tested Maya's diplomatic training. The alien appeared reptilian, with iridescent scales covering what she assumed was its face. Multiple yellow eyes were arranged in a pattern that made it difficult to know exactly where it was looking. When it spoke, its mouth revealed rows of serrated teeth. "Your presence is a violation," came the translated voice, flat and mechanized through the computer. "This system belongs to the Vraxian Dominion. You will surrender your vessel or be destroyed." Maya kept her expression neutral. "I am Commander Maya Chen of the United Earth ship Pathfinder. We are on a peaceful exploratory mission, and were unaware this system was claimed. We apologize for any perceived intrusion." The alien's eyes narrowed, or at least some of them did. "Ignorance is not exoneration. Your species is unknown to us. Your technology is primitive, yet you venture where you do not belong. This suggests either deception or foolishness." Maya felt a flash of irritation, but kept it from her voice. "We're neither deceptive nor foolish. We're simply exploring. If this territory is claimed, we'll gladly withdraw and note it in our charts." "Too late," the alien replied. "Your vessel will be examined, your technology assessed, your biology cataloged. Prepare to be boarded." The transmission cut, and Maya's diplomatic expression hardened into determination. "Red alert. Battle stations," she ordered calmly. "Helm, prepare for evasive maneuvers. Tactical, ready all defensive systems." The crew moved with practiced precision. The Pathfinder might be outgunned, but they weren't going down without a fight. "They're powering weapons," Kash reported, his voice tight. "Energy readings suggest directed particle weapons, far more advanced than our own." Maya nodded grimly. "Let them fire first. I want the record to be clear." The alien ship launched a blinding beam of energy that narrowly missed the Pathfinder's bow, a warning shot that scorched space itself. "Now," Maya ordered, "evasive pattern delta. Return fire." The Pathfinder surged into motion, its thrusters firing at maximum as it dove beneath the alien vessel's position. Their own weapons, modest by comparison, struck the alien hull, dissipating against what must have been advanced shields. "Minimal impact," Cash reported. "Their shields absorbed most of the energy." "Keep firing," Maya ordered. "Target their weapon emplacements specifically. Helm, keep us moving. Use the system's asteroid field for cover if necessary." What followed was less a battle than a desperate dance. The Pathfinder was more maneuverable, but the alien vessel's weapons were devastatingly powerful. Each near miss sent systems overloading across the ship. "Shields at 42%, reported engineer Yuki Tanaka from her station. "One more direct hit, and we're in trouble, Commander." Maya studied the tactical display, mind racing. They couldn't win this fight conventionally, but she hadn't risen to command through conventional thinking. "Helm, set course for the system's star," she ordered abruptly. Lieutenant Alessandro Rossi at the helm turned to look at her, confusion evident. "The star, Commander." "Trust me, Lieutenant. Full impulse. Take us into the corona." Understanding dawned on Cash's face. "The radiation will mask our signatures." Maya nodded. "And more importantly, our sensors show a solar flare building on the far side. If we time this right." The alien vessel pursued as the Pathfinder raced toward the blazing star. Heat shields engaged as they skimmed dangerously close to the roiling plasma. "Solar flare erupting in 30 seconds, Cash announced, voice tight with tension. "Alien vessel still in pursuit." "Prepare to execute a tight turn on my mark," Maya ordered. "We'll use the star's gravity to slingshot us around just as the flare hits." The bridge was bathed in the orange glow of the star filling their view screen. Temperature warnings blared across multiple stations. "Now," Maya commanded. The Pathfinder turned sharply, engines straining as the ship whipped around the massive gravity well. Behind them, the solar flare erupted, a massive wall of superheated plasma and radiation surging into space. "Alien vessel caught in the flare," Cash reported, unable to keep the satisfaction from his voice. "Their shields are holding but fluctuating significantly." "That's our opening," Maya said. "Target their shield generators and fire everything we've got." The Pathfinder's weapons struck true this time. With shields weakened by the solar flare, their shots penetrated the alien defenses, striking the vessel's hull directly. "Direct hit," Cash announced triumphantly. "We've damaged their primary shield generator." But victory was short-lived. The alien ship, though wounded, was far from defeated. It turned its full firepower on the Pathfinder, no longer content with warnings or disabling shots. "Evasive maneuvers," Maya ordered, but she knew they'd pushed their advantage as far as it would go. A massive energy beam struck the Pathfinder's port side. The ship shuddered violently, and multiple stations exploded in cascades of sparks. "Shields down to 15%, Yuki reported, her voice remarkably steady as she worked to reroute power. "Hull breaches on decks 4 through 6. Emergency force fields holding." Maya gripped the arms of her command chair. They'd managed to wound a superior opponent, a testament to human ingenuity and the skill of her crew. But it wasn't enough. The alien vessel was regrouping, its damaged systems compensating far faster than Maya had hoped. "They're charging weapons again," Cash reported grimly. "Energy readings are even higher than before." Maya looked around at her crew, these brave men and women who'd followed her into the unknown. They returned her gaze with determination, not defeat. Humanity hadn't reached the stars by surrendering when the odds turned against them. "Rishi, open a channel to Earth Command," she ordered. "Priority message with all our data on this encounter." "Channel open," he confirmed seconds later. "This is Commander Maya Chen of the UES Pathfinder," she began, her voice steady. We've engaged a hostile alien vessel in the Epsilon 9 system. Unknown species, highly advanced technology. We've sustained significant damage, but have also identified potential vulnerabilities in their systems. She paused, watching as the alien vessel completed its weapons charge. We're preparing for a final engagement. If we don't make it back, make sure our findings reach the fleet. The Pathfinder may fall, but humanity must stand. As she closed the channel, Maya turned to her tactical officer. Cash, what's the status of Project Sunspot? Cash's eyes widened. The experimental technology. It's untested beyond simulations, Commander. Then today we test it. Maya replied, her decision made. Prepare to deploy on my mark. The alien weapon fired, the deadly beam racing toward the Pathfinder's vulnerable hull. But as darkness seemed certain, Maya allowed herself a small smile. Humanity had always been at its best when faced with impossible odds. Humanity stands tall. Activate Project Sunspot. Now, Maya ordered. Lieutenant Cash's fingers flew across his console. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then a shimmering field of energy, unlike any conventional shield, bloomed around the Pathfinder. Not the steady blue glow of standard shields, but a pulsating, almost liquid-looking golden barrier. The alien weapon struck the field and shattered, energy dispersing in a spectacular display of fractured light. It worked, Yuki exclaimed, eyes wide as she monitored the readings. The quantum displacement field is holding. Project Sunspot was the Pathfinder's most closely guarded secret, an experimental defense system that didn't simply absorb or deflect energy, but shifted it partially into an adjacent quantum dimension. Theoretical until now, it had never been deployed outside of controlled laboratory conditions. The alien vessel paused its attack, sensors clearly recalibrating to understand what had happened. We have maybe 5 minutes before they adapt, Maya said, leaning forward in her chair. But that's all we need. Helm, set course for the asteroid field. Tactical, prepare a full spread of stealth probes. Engineering, I need everything you can give me on the engines. The Pathfinder surged forward, racing toward the dense asteroid field at the system's edge. Behind them, the Vraxian vessel recovered from its surprise and followed, though more cautiously now. Deploying probes, Cash announced as tiny, nearly undetectable devices scattered from the Pathfinder like seeds in the wind. Maya nodded, her plan taking shape. Once we're in the asteroid field, cut main power. Switch to auxiliary systems only. Alessandro glanced back at her. They'll still be able to track our heat signature, Commander. Not if we distribute it, Maya replied. Yuki, prepare to vent plasma through the secondary coolant systems, timed bursts, coordinated with our movement through the field. Understanding dawned on the engineer's face. We'll create multiple heat signatures, make it look like we've broken apart. Exactly, Maya confirmed. Meanwhile, our probes will be mapping every centimeter of their ship, searching for weaknesses. The Pathfinder slipped into the asteroid field, weaving between the massive rocks with precision that belied its damaged state. The alien vessel followed, but more slowly, its larger size making navigation more challenging. Now, Maya ordered as they rounded a particularly large asteroid. Cut main power. Begin plasma venting sequence. The lights dimmed as the ship switched to auxiliary power. Throughout the vessel, carefully coordinated bursts of superheated plasma ejected into space, creating heat signatures that mimicked a ship breaking apart after sustaining critical damage. They're slowing, Cash reported, watching the alien vessel's movements. I think they believe we're destroyed. Probe data coming in, Rishi announced. Processing now. On the main screen, a detailed schematic of the alien vessel began to take shape as the stealth probes transmitted their findings. Maya studied it intently, looking for anything they could exploit. There, she said, pointing to a section near what appeared to be the vessel's power core. That structure configuration is different from the rest of the ship. What is it? Dr. Okafor leaned forward, her expertise in xenobiology and alien cultures suddenly relevant. Based on the energy patterns, I'd theorize it's some kind of biological component. Many advanced species integrate organic technology with mechanical systems. A weakness? Maya asked. Potentially, Eliza nodded. Biological systems, even advanced ones, respond differently to certain stimuli than purely mechanical ones. Before Maya could formulate a plan based on this information, a new alert sounded. "Commander," Rishi called out, "I'm detecting another ship entering the system. Configuration unknown, but definitely not Vraxian." The main view screen shifted to show a vessel unlike either Earth or Vraxian design. Where the Vraxian ship was all sharp angles and predatory stance, this craft seemed almost crystalline, with overlapping translucent structures that caught and refracted the starlight. "They're broadcasting on multiple frequencies," Rishi reported, sounding surprised, "including one matching our first contact protocols." "Put it through," Maya ordered, straightening in her chair. The screen shifted to reveal a being that appeared almost humanoid, though with skin that shimmered with a pearlescent quality and eyes that were entirely silver, without visible pupils. "Greetings, Earth vessel," the being said in surprisingly clear English. "I am Sentinel Talon of the Luzari Concordat. We detected your distress. The Vraxians have no claim to this system. They are merely expanding their territory through intimidation." Maya assessed the alien quickly. "I'm Commander Chen of the UES Pathfinder. We appreciate your intervention. But why help us?" "We have observed your species from afar," the Luzari replied. "Your resilience against the Vraxian ship impressed us. Few stand against them. Fewer still manage to damage their vessels." The alien's expression shifted subtly. "We have suffered from Vraxian expansion ourselves. Perhaps together we can send a message that not all species will bow to their dominion." Maya considered her options. The Pathfinder was damaged. Project Sunspot was an unknown quantity for sustained defense, and now they had a potential ally, albeit one they knew nothing about. "What do you propose?" she asked cautiously. "The Vraxians believe your ship destroyed. They are now scanning the debris field. Meanwhile, we can share information about their biological weaknesses. Their ships are partially sentient, grown rather than built." Maya glanced at Dr. Okafor, who nodded confirmation of her earlier theory. "If we work together," Talon continued, "we can target their neural pathways with a specific frequency that will temporarily paralyze their ship's biological components." For the next 20 minutes, the crews of the Pathfinder and the Luzari vessel worked together, sharing technology and tactics. Maya learned that the Luzari had been observing humanity's expansion into space with interest, seeing in humans a potential ally against the aggressive Vraxian dominion. "The frequency modulation is ready," Cash finally reported. "We can transmit it through our modified communication array, but we'll need to get closer." "And the sunspot field?" Maya asked. "One more burst, maybe two before the emitters burn out completely," Yuki replied. Maya nodded, decision made. "Here's the plan. We reveal ourselves, draw their attention. While they're focused on us, the Luzari vessel approaches from behind and joins its signal to ours. The combined frequency should overwhelm their neural pathways." The Luzari Sentinel agreed to the strategy. "Your courage honors your species, Commander Chen." "Power up," Maya ordered. "Let's show them that humanity doesn't go down easily." The Pathfinder systems hummed back to life. They emerged from their hiding place among the asteroids, shields glowing, weapons ready. "Vraxian vessel has detected us," Cash reported. "They're turning to engage." "Open a channel," Maya ordered. The Vraxian commander appeared on screen, its multiple eyes widening in what might have been surprise or rage. "Impossible. Your vessel was destroyed." "You'll find humans are full of surprises," Maya replied calmly. "We're giving you one chance to withdraw from this system peacefully." The alien's mouth opened in what might have been laughter. "Your deception was clever, but futile. You cannot stand against." "Actually," Maya interrupted, "we're not standing alone." On cue, the Luzari vessel decloaked behind the Vraxian ship. Now, Maya ordered. Both vessels transmitted the specialized frequency simultaneously. On the screen, the Vraxian commander convulsed, and alarms could be heard blaring throughout their ship. "It's working," Cash reported excitedly. "Their power systems are fluctuating wildly." The Vraxian ship began to drift, its weapons powering down, its engines sputtering. "Maintain the frequency," Maya ordered. "Helm, bring us alongside the Luzari vessel." As the two ships positioned themselves on either side of the disabled Vraxian vessel, Maya opened a channel to both ships. "Vraxian commander," she said firmly, "your ship is temporarily paralyzed. We could destroy you now, but unlike you, we don't seek destruction. Instead, I propose terms. You will leave this system and report to your superiors that it is protected by both the Luzari Concordat and humanity. Any further aggression will be met with united resistance." For a long moment, there was silence. Then the Vraxian commander appeared on screen again, its posture noticeably less aggressive. "Your primitive species has unexpected resources," it said grudgingly. "We will withdraw. But the Dominion will remember this." "Good," Maya replied. "Remember it well. Remember that humanity doesn't stand alone among the stars, and we don't surrender to bullies, no matter how advanced their technology." After the Vraxian vessel limped away from the system, Maya welcomed Sentinel Talon aboard the Pathfinder. In the ship's conference room, they began what would become humanity's first formal alliance with an alien civilization. "Your tactics were impressive," Talon said, silver eyes reflecting the lights of the conference room. "Few species would think to use a star's natural processes as a weapon." Maya smiled modestly. "Humans have always had to adapt and improvise. It's in our nature. It is why we have watched your development with interest," Talon replied. "The galaxy is filled with species like the Vraxians, technologically advanced but spiritually stagnant. They conquer because they can, not because they must. And the Luzari. We seek understanding, connections. We believe diversity makes the galaxy stronger." Talon tilted his crystalline head. "We have technologies we can share, but more importantly, we offer knowledge of the civilizations around you. You are no longer alone in the dark, Commander Chen." 3 months later, a fully repaired UES Pathfinder led a small fleet of Earth vessels to a historic meeting with the Luzari Council. Project Sunspot had been refined based on the combat experience, and new ships were being designed incorporating both human ingenuity and Luzari technical assistance. Standing on the observation deck, Maya watched as the stars streaked past, her thoughts on the future. The encounter with the Vraxians had been humanity's first true test among the stars, not a simple first contact, but a confrontation that had proven Earth's worthiness to stand among older civilizations. Admiral Chen, her new first officer, called from the doorway. "We're approaching the Luzari homeworld." Maya smiled at the use of her new rank. "Thank you, Captain. I'll be right there." As she turned to leave, she paused to look once more at the stars. Humanity had faced its first galactic threat and emerged not just intact, but stronger. They had made both allies and enemies, exactly as humanity had done throughout its tumultuous history. The difference was that now, they'd proven themselves on the grandest stage of all, the galaxy itself. Humanity had announced its presence to the stars not with fear or submission, but with courage, ingenuity, and an extended hand of friendship to those who deserved it. Just as it should be.